tí àwọn olóṣèlú di ẹpọ̀n gbogbo wa mú, a máa fọ́ ẹpọ̀n wọn. Èmi mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Last, a máa fọ́ ẹpọ̀n gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn. But ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ come back together and hold tight, because that is the first thing we need to do. Mo kí brother mi Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Yẹmí Fátókì, good morning. Prince Adébáyọ̀ Shitu. In táwọn ọmọ mi rà fún mi ní the best daddy ever. Good morning, all my Biafra brothers and sisters. We continue to say to President Bola Tinubu to release Inam Kanu. And for the Nigerians saying that Inam Kanu will not be released, there's going to be war in Nigeria. It's as simple as that. I am very straightforward. There's nothing to hide. Yorubani, good morning. Odewale brother, me good morning. All hail Biafra. Some might say, Shotiro Gunri. I see war every day on the channels television. We see war on the CNN, Al Jazeera, as many Palestinians have been killed by the Israel. So, for the peace to reign, Inam Kanu discussion should not be kept like it's nothing. It will be the best option for the government of Nigeria to dialogue before it is too late. Because when the Biafra starts, it's going to have a ripple effect on every Nigerian wherever we are around the world. You will not be able to travel as much because airline will be avoiding Nigeria because of all the crises. So continue to say, shut up, sit down abroad and be calling for war. You're already at war. Yesterday, I believe, if I'm right, Fulani terrorists attacked Amotekun. We've been telling you, but Mr. Leo Idris, good morning. Matthew Adeyemo, good morning. Happy Sunday, and John Noah. Moki Awon Yonkan. Moki Chief Imam, Moki Oba Ogboni. Oloye Igboho, respect. We love you, we appreciate you. And I can assure you that millions of us will stand with you when you say the time is ready. We will protect you. We will use our media to continue to fight all the bastard Yoruba that wants to bring you down. We will defend our territory with our voices, and Tinubu cannot do jack shit. President Tinubu is jack shit. The same thing we are doing, Tinubu did more than that during his days in Nadeco. He was funding Nadeco, and he was also pushing because he wanted to have his way. So beat Tinubu shake by where Bella what beat Tinubu than Muso. When the time comes, everything will go on the M1. But for now, it is peaceful and we keep it like that. But you just about to go to the M1. Kinyo koma bewa pe kapada seyin. Eto ba mo ton pe M1. Malawa yen lórí social media. Mr. David Damilola, good morning. Ente wanile, all I can say to you is continue to engage yourself, have meetings, and let us prepare that ama bi omo tuntun láìpẹ́. Ama bi omo tuntun. Ama bi pẹ̀lú CS ní àìtímọ̀. Ama ní kó push ní àìtímọ̀. Ama bi pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ ni. But one thing is, gbogbo wa la máa ní abẹ́rẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tá fi gún Nàìjíríà. Wà wá gún níbi tó ti dùn ẹ́ nígbà tásìkò yẹn bá tó. Èmi mọ̀ bí ti máa gún nígbà tásìkò yẹn bá tó. Abẹ́rẹ́ tó ń pè ní Territorial la máa fi gún Nàìjíríà tá máa fi bí Yoruba nation. Let me tell you something. Britain cannot stop what is coming. The worst they can do is evacuate all their citizens and allow us to go into dialogue. So if you release Kanu and Igboho, we can come back on the round table and find a meaningful way, because separation is not a war. Asking for separation is not a war. It is asking for our true identity. Mr. Bamidele, happy Sunday. Mr. Perry, good morning. How are you doing? Please, how can we get the Yoruba account? Get in touch with me, Mr. Jimon Razak. I will give it to you. If you're in Nigeria, you will not be able to pay online, because Nigerian doesn't have access for the banking to be allowed to use your card to make the payment online. So, take you out. So, happy Sunday, Ifat Loki Obeyono. Good morning, Mr. Ahmed Jimo. Shalafia Lewa, Bokibu Boyle and Consi. Don't let anybody tell you that Koiki push Igbogboyin. We will push ourselves. Baba Ulawa was fighting for independence at the age of 30 years old. So we have the right to fight now. If ìyà máa jẹ gbogbo wa lọ́jọ́ iwájú, even though àmọ̀ pé ìyà tí ń jẹ wá. Mo kí Mr. Adesoya Akinwumi, mo kí Easy ní America, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Europe, ní gbogbo Africa, mo kí yín. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ ní gbogbo àgbáyé, ẹni tó bá need Ọ̀rànmíyàn account, get in touch with me or any of our medias. Ìyẹn kan ní fún yín ní account tó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Tó bá ti bá fún yín ní account tó yàtọ̀ sọ́rànmíyàn, ó ti di fraud nìyẹn. So tá bá ní kẹ́ fún wa lówó, ìyẹn mí pé ká wá gbowó Ọ̀rànmíyàn. Everybody must put money into it. Mr. Kenny Olu, good morning. Mr. Mutiu Adewumi, good morning. Taufik Lawa, good morning. Mo kí ní gbogbo Ìbàràpá, mo kí ní gbogbo 191 local government in Yoruba land. We will do what needs to be done, but right now, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣá máa push ẹ̀ ní tọmọlúàbí. But tó bá ti dé stage pé kò ń ṣọmọlúàbí mọ́, má bí mi pé kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Because àwọn lórí burúkú politician wọ́n ń gbọ́ gbogbo tá à ń sọ, wọ́n ṣe bí ìtẹ́ tí wọn tó di. There's nothing wrong. We come on the round table, we have discussion, we have dialogue. It could take maybe another 2 years. We break the whole shit country out and we return back to where it is meant to be as a true identity. If not, we will pull everything down. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa gbádùn Nàìjíríà yẹn. Ó kù díẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín. Ẹ máa sọ pé eré là ń ṣe. So to my Biafra brothers and sisters, let us hold tight. I know you are doing what needs to be done. We will continue to engage. We will continue to prepare our mind, just like you are doing as well. If Inam Kano is released, it will be in the interest of everybody. So that what we need to do then is come back on the round table and don't tell me, oh, release Inam Kano and put a condition on him. It no go better for anybody. It no go better for your papa. It no go better for your mama if you say release Inam Kano and put a condition on it. Self-determination is an inalienable right. And releasing Inam Kano, even though he has not committed any crime, we have Fulani attacking Amotekun in Yoruba land. Bastard Yoruba people are not talking. But you are saying that the government should hold Inam Kano. If Inam Kano is released, it must not come on any condition. He has the right to continue his right of the Biafrans to exit the shithole Nigerian that the British created. It is the British that created Nigeria, and we will create more problem for them if Nigeria does not go back into the last lap. So once again, happy Sunday, and I hope you're all enjoying the Sunday. The way that it be conservative law, we chase them away. That is the way we're going to chase Nigeria. Apá wọn ní káwa lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ màdúrà gbà, ẹ wọnú àdúrà lọ and continue to pray. Good morning, Mr. Oderinde Amos Boss. We are fully ready. Ọlọ́run fún gbogbo wa ṣe. I promise you, èmi OLAYOMI KOIKI, I will be on the ground. I can't wait. I can't wait at all. And we say, Yoruba nation, not going back. Reflag me here. I'm a way like a without, I'm at the Biriki Dani. Oh, yeah, Tirikin do ta rilo. Our Lori Batan Losa Papa shut down the whole fucking bastard Apapa port that has been used by the Yoruba people. Many Yoruba people tell me they didn't know Apapa port. If you know the amount of money coming through Apapa port, you'll be crying. But very soon you will understand. We are not fighting each other. We are not fighting Tinubu. We are saying to Tinubu, be the last president, break up Nigeria. We will love you till thy kingdom come. But you did worst during Adeko. We know that. We know what you did during Adeko. You've even Shehu Sani told us that you are the father of protester. Bola Tinubu, you are the father of protester. So don't come and tell us, oh, we don't have the right to protest. If anybody tells us we don't have the right to protest, you know, go better for your papa. Tinubu was the father of the protester during his days as well. He funded Radio Kudera Tabiola. So just prepare yourself. You know, don't let anybody tell you jack shit. We want Yoruba nation. We don't want to be applying for visa because we want to go to America. We want to go to America with a nice Yoruba passport, with a new diplomatic tie with America. America and Bawolowo apply for visa. Eventually, they will not give you the visa and you don't get a refund. You don't understand? British will say, go and apply for visa and nobody gives you that visa. We can't continue like that. We need that from politician. You have the money to go around all over the place. My Yoruba people, my Biafra, even the Hausas are now trying to survive in a country that has every goddamn thing. We will pull it down and it'll be packed by private jetting and it'll be packed. I can assure you that. Private jet and it'll be packed. I know what we will do, but for now, it is all still non-violent. We continue to tell the people, don't listen to anybody telling you, hey, it cannot happen. No. Mr. Faponda. It is called 3-in-1 coffee. I love it. It's mixed with coffee, a bit of sugar, and the milk, you know. So it's coffee. So, Mr. Moses Olanero, good morning. You know, destroy education system, destroy everything that we should be enjoying as people, as human beings, and they want to be enjoying and be controlling us. We will not take that anymore. Let's go on the round table and decide whether we want Nigeria or not. Those that are asking for regional government, let them continue to do what they want to do. Those that want restructuring. But those of us that say the truthful way to have a better country now is to go on the round table and decide. Don't come and tell me about the election. You know, go better for you. Which kind of election? That one is election. The UK held an election on Thursday. By 5 a.m., we already knew who was going to be leading this country. But that person still have to go to the king and ask for him to set up a government. But all our kings now, there is no respect for them. The politicians have made use of them. All that needs to change. We cannot continue to live in denial. Good morning, Mr. Musba Busari. Good morning, Akim Oluwadamilare. Share the button. You are not thumbs up. Tabasi live. Like I always say, you'll be watching, you know, videos that have been done. But when we are live, appreciate what we are doing. You are not the one putting your face out there. We are the one putting our face. Let them come for us. So, thumbs up, share to your contact. If you share my program to any of your pages, your platform, your WhatsApp group, and they are telling you that this is not what we want, you better exit that group, or you fight them inside that group and block yourself away from that bastard group. Anybody, whether you're influencer, whether you're artists, your actresses, you know, go better for every single one of them. If you put any of the program of self-determination on any platform and they tell you to take it out, tell them, you know, go better for their papa and exit that platform. You have every right, just as any other citizen around the world, to demand the restructure of what would take us back into a proper self-determination. I am not talking about restructuring, you know, because what we need right now is to move back into where we are before the fraudulent amalgamation of the British in 1914. We will pull everything down. Nobody will enjoy Nigeria anymore. What will happen will happen. Niger Delta. They have guns. We know because they have so much power, they've taken advantage of that crude oil. We don't have crude oil, but I have my media to educate you and prepare you for the worst case scenario. And don't be scared. Just prepare your mind that the last time we will say Nigeria, then we know that that is the final straw. But for now, let them continue to be enjoying their Nigeria and be using it to run fraud, you know, from one end to the other. Abacha took $5 billion out. Only God knows how much Babangida, the bastard Olori Buruku, took out. How much every one of them took out, and decided that they would then use that to continue to give us, you know, peanuts. You know, say, yeah, come and take Dangote cement and be running the business. You know, go better for Dangote. You know, go better for BU. You know, go better for every single bastard of them. Any shuri, so that you can still be like a philanthropist. On top of our own money, in Osun State we have gold. They keep stealing that gold and taking it out. I told you we have evidence of almost everything they keep stealing. So you that say you want one Nigeria, we not go curse you. But you seems not to understand what Nigeria is all about. Nigeria is a fraud, and it will remain like that. The British government knows that. The American government knows that. Everybody knows that Nigeria is a fraud. So if you're thinking that self-determination is a crime, it will go better for you as well. Self-determination is not a crime. It's an inalienable right. And that right will not be given to us free. We will push for it, and we will have it. If not, Nobody, Okoya no go enjoy Nigeria, politician no go enjoy Nigeria. Every one of them and the Europeans will not enjoy Nigeria. I want you to everything. See what happened in Niger. The little then back, everybody go run away. Back, they go run away. Just one back. Benny. Obioma Chima, thank you so much. One Nigeria, my food. Basta Shetima, that Fulani terrorist vice president, eating with terrorists, told us restructure. I pity those of you saying restructure. Restructuring my food. The North are gathering, they're preparing for the exit of Tinubu. And I told you they want to kill Bola Tinubu because when they kill Bola Tinubu, they can then come back and become very hard for the breakup of Nigeria. So this is the best option now to ask Tinubu, be the last president, bring everybody on the round table, tell Sultan of Sokoto we are not interested in Nigeria. Let them go and form their Islamic country in the North. Go better for them. I was born as a Muslim, and which one say African fighting each other, go better for your papa. Go better for your papa, but she was on the platform. Babe only shori, bomb bastard. Which kind of Africa? We are Yoruba people before Africa. Go better for you. So let me tell you, those of you that think that the North doesn't know what they are doing, they are preparing. The North are preparing for the exit or the death of Bola Tinubu, and they want to come harder on every single one of us. So this is the time to make that push and tell Tinubu to be the last president so that everybody can be free. We have our land. We can trade with each other. We will not need a visa to go to Biafra land. We will have diplomatic tie. The British does not need a visa to go to Germany. Most of them are watching football now, and I believe they won the last game yesterday, taking them to the next stage. I didn't watch the football. Which one will say, stop the insult? Go better for you. As you come to my platform, say stop insult. Go better for your papa. Your papa no go burn you well. You come on, you think this place now, Shewakibaloya, be channels television. Go better for you. Stop insulting. They are raping you. They are burning your houses, killing every one of you. You can't do no jack shit. Come on the platform. Say stop insulting. No go better for your papa. So most of you that are thinking that the North does not have a plan, they have 1,000 plan ahead of us. I pity Yoruba people. I pity Biafra that are fighting, those that want to exit, especially those that call themselves Igbos, but they don't want to be known as Biafra. Okay? I pity your life. If the North gets the power again, they will kill as many of us, and they will make sure that Nigeria will exist as much as they want, because that is exactly how the West wanted. That is what the British did by giving the power to them, making sure that they have better access to the weapons and the armories of Nigeria. While we were all going to university, they were putting their children in the military. That is why today, many Yoruba people cannot get access into the military, because it is the North that controls your military. It no go better for anybody who say we keep Nigeria. It no go better for you now. Sonki Mokia, good morning. So once again, let us continue to say to Tinubu, there is still room for dialogue. Dialogue is the last thing on the table, but if dialogue doesn't work, then we go on the M1. If dialogue fails, everybody must prepare for the M1. And when you enter the motorway, there is no going back. You go all the way to the end of the exit before you can go out. Good morning, Mr. Adeleke Adekunle. Let our politicians continue to think that they have military, they are powerful. No problem. There is still room for negotiation. Nigeria failed. It was never a country. It was a forced union. Even Olori Buruku Jonathan told us that the Nigeria unity is only the British intention. Ifayemi Irosun Okoran Mushin Eshigoni, proudly Yoruba we must be. Ogumola Abiodun, my brother, how you doing? Don't let the West. Triple DRS, thank you so much. As soon as we get on the M1, when we get to the M1, there will be no returning back. It will be like the point of no return. When they were taking us as slaves, our forefathers. I pity some of you that keep saying, let us save Nigeria. Your forefathers were taken as slaves. Our forefathers were all taken away as slaves. So you come here on our platform. Abiodun George, good morning. Prince Ade Moyegun, good morning. Yoruba Nation is the only way, and this is the time that we get the push. Iberi Maxwell, thank you so much. Says, I feel you. You must feel me. Let Inam the Kanu not to be released. Woto woto. Woto woto. For Musa, you won't fight Nigeria as a conventional war. They will kill every one of us. We will fight what they call guerrilla warfare. That is the best way. Guerrilla warfare. That is the best way to fight. That is what the IRA did to the British. The British eventually gave up. They gave up because they could not control it. They could not stop it. And those of us that keep getting this fear, hey, Koiki, hey, Kilombo, you, nothing is coming, okay? Nothing is coming. It is the best option for us to be free. And to be free is not going to come easy. We are saying to them, it can be done peacefully. John Danny, good morning. Shout out to you in South Africa. Shout out to you in Asia, Malaysia, around the world. Let us understand that the best thing to prepare our mind is that we will fight. We're already doing that now. This is what I call fight. Education, preparing the mind of people, millions of people. And then one day, if they refuse to come on the round table, we will all push into the M1 and everybody go get, what they call this injection, whether they call epidural, and you go choke Nigeria wherever you want. Chukam, 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 until Biafra is born, Yoruba is born, Arewa Nation is born, and many other that wants to be free will be born. Those that doesn't want to be free, we will have to free you, bastard, because some of you doesn't want to be free. You want to keep every one of us in trouble. Fulani terrorists in Ondo State attacking Amotekun because Amotekun don't have weapon. Bastard politicians telling Amotekun to carry, all those old weapons when they should be giving them AK-49 to fight and defend Yoruba land. They give them security votes or security budget. They're spending on their own. Go better for all the governors in Nigeria, every single one of you, for putting us in danger and endangering our life on a daily basis. Most of you forgot the killing in our war. You are forgotten now, because since your family have not been killed, you will come here and be talking, oh, stop insulting. If you come on my platform and tell me not to insult, go better for your papa and your mama. We remember Dr. Chinelo that was killed by the Fulani terrorists on our way back to Kaduna from Abuja. You have forgotten. We remember as many Biafrans that have been killed in the process of Buhari, the evil man, and that short man devil calling himself Pastor Ruga. I don't call him Pastor Ruga, I call him short man devil, and I mean Yemi Osibajo. He's a short man devil. Those are not pastors. He knew that they were killing innocent Nigerians, but because he wanted to be president, they promised him he would be president, he kept his mouth quiet, while millions of Nigerians were massacred by Fulani terrorists. Come on my platform and tell me not to abuse them. I will abuse your father as well. I don't want to abuse any one of you, but the politicians must be abused on a daily basis because they are bastard. They are bastard. So as we continue the campaign, as we continue to tell our people that nothing is going to happen, but if we remain in Nigeria, our life will remain problem. Olori Burúkú ni Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún. Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún is another bastard Yoruba governor. He cannot protect us. What they've done is they keep stealing money. They want to go and do another election. I'm not going to tell you and say, oh, there will not be election 2027. I told you that 3 years ago. Yoruba people were abusing me. Shut up. Come back home. Da, da, da. Now you don't vote for Tinubu, eh? Now you have satisfied your conscience. Okay? Chris Okafor said, God bless you, my brother. Total freedom we seek and total freedom we shall get. By fire, by force. Whether it's going to be fight, I don't know yet. But whatever it takes, we will be free. Let me remind many of you that these politicians, every one of us, how do you protect that life? You think America cares? Doesn't care about every single of you. You think the British care about you, the government? They don't care about any one of us. We should be the one to care about ourselves now and prepare our mind that for us to be free, internally free from the bondage of the Fulani terrorists, we must go back to who we are prior, before the fraudulent amalgamation. Thank you so much, Mr. Shegun Ariose. There is not one group of people in Europe with a population of more than 2 million that do not have their own country. Yoruba people are more than, let's even keep it at 35 million. I don't want us to be using the word 70 million. Let's even keep it that Yoruba people are 35 million, according to the statistics and the census in Nigeria. Let's work with that alone. It's more than enough to have a country of its own. We are not encroaching on anybody's territory. We have our own waterways. And we have our right to have our own government. I am not talking about the bastard government that you're running right now, the Amala and Begiri government. We are talking about a government that represents the people, that your voices will be heard. They will be accountable to us. None of your politicians today are accountable to us. 6 months after the bomb blast in Ibadan, what is Seyi Makinde telling us? It no go better for you, Seyi Makinde, oni shorire. It no go better for you and your wife and your children and your deputy and all the House of Assembly any shoriri for not able to protect the people in Ibadan after we told you that bomb blast was coming to Ibadan. Many people died. Many people. Or you told us 8 people died. One of them was a diaspora. The mother is still alive here in London. Oh, ni shoriri Seyi Makinde. It no go better for you. It no go better for you. We warned you that there was a bomb threat happening in the southwest until on the 16th of January. 6 months now, we've not been given a complete people. Nobody has been taken to prison. Innocent Yoruba people that have not committed crime will be put in the prison. Innocent Yoruba people that have not committed crime. I am not talking about those that commit crime. If you commit crime, you should go for it. But nobody should be in the prison until you are found guilty. Dezani Alice Madueke, she's still a free woman until next year, November, when we'll be returning back to court to find out whether she's found guilty. But right now, she's got her humanity. Going around up to 11 p.m., she must return back home because she's a flight risk. She can run away. Her passport has been seized. She put down 70,000 pounds as a deposit for a bail condition. So when people that are telling me shut up, we are even fighting for most of you because justice has never been preserved. Justice has never come to every single one of you, but some of you will come here and be talking nonsense. So let me remind you, on the 16th of January, we started hearing bars, bows. What is going on in Ibadan? The bastard governor came out and told us it was a dynamite. So what is dynamite doing in a residential area? But Yoruba people, very, very hypocrite. Rather than every one of us to say, this is a bomb threat. This is a bomb blast. Hey, Koiki, no, it's not a bomb blast though. But the people that created the mess, they've left Ibadan already. Bishop, as I speak to you today, tell me who has been sentenced to prison for that bomb blast. Everybody has moved on as if nothing happened. And then you keep Inam in the prison. And you told Igboho not to come back home, to live in exile. So you want Igboho to remain exile, Abi? One day, he will return home as an hero. One day. How soon is what I don't know. But one day, Igboho will return back as an hero. And Inam must not die in the custody of the DSS. Everything will be pulled down. Every structure will be pulled down because they have been warning you. The Biafrans have been telling you, release Inam and don't put any condition on it. Because he has the right to what he's doing right now. He is not a terrorist. We know who are the terrorists. If you're looking for the terrorists, go and speak to your vice president. Go and speak to Gumi. Go and speak to every one of those bastard northerners that are keeping the life of the Hausas in danger. Not the Hausas, not all of them are criminals. But we know that they've been infiltrated. People like Ganduje, that criminal bastard governor from Kano State, he is now the current APC chairman. Bagudu, Atiku Bagudu, not Atiku, the one that contests for PDP. The current budget minister right now was the one stealing money on behalf of Abacha. He's the current budget minister today. So when some of you come here, you don't even know what Nigeria stands for. But because some of your bastard uncles that live abroad telling you, don't listen to Koiki, Amayegun, and Simon Ekpa, they are troublemakers, they are bastard. They just all went to vote. Nobody intimidated them. They are enjoying better services and opportunity in Europe. But they are telling those at home, hey, continue to pray. Jesus Christ is coming. No, Jesus is not coming anywhere. Jesus is already tired of Nigeria, okay? Jesus is now preparing for the Biafra, the Yorubas, and the Arewa, and even the Ijos, and as many nations. And now come and tell me, oh, what about all these smaller ethnic group among us? Gilberta is a British territory. It's only 42,000 population. You heard it right, 42,000. They have their own government, and they are running things the way it's meant to be. Mokiyami Shade Loto, good morning. So what we are saying to many churches today, all the lies of praying for one Nigeria. No, we're not praying for one Nigeria, we're praying for Yoruba land. We will continue to pray for Yoruba land to exit Nigeria. Any church is telling you, we will pray for Nigeria, it no go better for that church, it no go better for that mosque, because you are part of the problem. We are not fighting for religion. We are fighting to get ourselves out of the mess that the British created in the first place. The British created this problem. They are not going to solve it. Don't expect, look, I might be saying we voted for Labour Party. I am not expecting anything much from them, even for them to save Inam Kanu. I hope I will engage the foreign minister. I know him very well, and I hope I will have the privilege one day to ask him the question, why has the British government failed for someone that has a British passport? Inam Kanu doesn't carry a Nigerian passport anymore. He has denounced Nigerian passport, yet is kept inside the DSS custody. It no go better for you for saying that they should keep him there. He's a troublemaker. So the Fulani terrorists that went to kill the Amotekun, I believe yesterday. I don't know whether someone was killed, but we don't know. But we know that they attacked Ondo State yesterday. It's not the first time they're attacking Ondo State. So what do we do with those ones? So you prefer terrorists to be moving around our Yoruba land and killing us. Koiki, no, shut up your mouth. Inam Kanu wanted to burn down Lagos State. Okay, so that is the reason why you keep him there, because he wanted to burn down the whole of Lagos State. Okay, let's protect Lagos State. Let's train more people, security, CID, FIC, whatever, so that Inam Kanu will not be able to destroy Lagos State, so that he can go and destroy the Southeast. But keeping him there is not the best option right now. Let him come out. You can tell him to exit and leave Nigeria. But don't tell him, oh, we will keep you there. I think the DSS think that they are so powerful. Abi, you DSS, you think you are so powerful that you keep Inam Kanu there. The DSS I'm talking to, especially that Bichi, that bastard Fulani man. I don't know why Tinubu has not removed him and put a Yoruba man there. The Director General of DSS, that Olori Buruku Fulani man. You think that you are powerful, Abibeko, by holding Inam Kanu. The Biafrans will fight with all their blood to free him. I'll just leave it like that. They will fight with every goddamn thing that they have, with the gods of the Biafra land, with weapons, with their intelligence, and with their partners around the world that will support them. This time around, not many countries will support Britain when the Biafra move. This is not 1967. The world has evolved. The world has changed. There is so much disunity in the world that many countries will back the Biafra against any other country that wants to support Nigeria as against what happened in 1967. So we are not going to see the same situation that happened in 1967. Even we know that as of 1967, France was supporting Biafra. So this time around, don't expect Russia to back the bastard anybody that call themselves Westerner, because there's a friction between Vladimir Putin. There's so much friction in the world. I love it like that. But we must be very smart. We must not allow them to use us against each other this time around. So those of you that work in the Nigerian military, whether you're Yoruba or from any other ethnic, but let me talk to my Yoruba people. If you go to the Biafra land, they will kill you when that time comes. So the best bet is, like some of you that have run away, I know a few of them that are living in UK, in America, They were in touch with me. We're talking. They left that military bastard that could not give you what you are meant to deserve. But if you think that we could go into Biafra land, they will neutralize every single one of you. Go and ask the British how they were neutralizing them during the IRA fight. So your best bet is, when that time comes, without your weapon, just walk away. They don't say, I want to join Biafra. I want to join Yoruba army. No, we don't have Yoruba army. We are all army of ourselves. Okay? Because I know some of you, you come here, oh yeah, go and infiltrate them, go and join them. The British did more than that. They infiltrated as many of the IRA. The end result was, it came back that they just have to let them go. They just have to let them go. They just have to let them go. So those of you that are, hey, we are master degree, they stop talking like that. They'll come and arrest you. They go arrest your papa. Self-determination is not terrorism, okay? Self-determination is asking for the right of our people. So don't expect, they will arrest you. They will arrest you. No, nobody's arresting anybody. We are not in that your contraction country that doesn't have value for lives. In this country, we have value for dogs. For dog. Sometimes you see the dog, they want to pass through the M25. They will stop all the cars because we don't want them to be killed. They are also to be protected. We even protect the environment, not to talk about human being. So self-determination is a right. It's a right. So for those my brothers and sisters in the military, in the Navy, those of you in the security network, I am not telling you to leave it now, because nobody's going to give you any money every month, even though you are not being paid properly. We know that. They are not paying you. Ogumola says holding down Inam Kanu is like a blessing for the Biafran struggle. You can still release him and put the pressure a little bit down and let him take charge and decide how they want to roll. But you cannot stop Biafra. Neither can you stop anybody that wants to exit. But we are trying to say that why do we need to go that direction? It's because the bastard politician think that they will run away. We will hold every one of you. Nobody will run anywhere. We will all be there. If you think that you will jet out of the country, you will not be able to do so. Because you want to create more problems when we are telling you to find a solution. What is the solution? Bring everybody together. Call Baba Kitoye. Call Inam Kanu. Call the people from Ijo. Call everybody. Come into the discussion table. And we're not going to do that in Nigeria, okay? We're going to go to a neutral ground. We will go to Qatar. Because Qatar, as small as they are solving problems. They are solving bigger problems. Between Hamas and Israel, they are solving problems. Between Iran and Saudi Arabia, Iran and Saudi Arabia were never friends for a very long time. Qatar, a small country, have been able to bring peace together between Saudi Arabia and Iran. So we will go to a neutral ground. So don't expect Baba Kitoye to travel to Abuja so that those bastard northerners can start dealing with him. No, we're not doing that nonsense. Everybody will travel with the federal government as a committee. But if Tinubu say, shut up, I am still trying to fix Nigeria. Baba, Jagaban, they fix in Nigeria. Forget that nonsense. Forget that nonsense. We love you, we appreciate what you're doing, but you know if you fix Nigeria, stop wasting your bloody hell time. What you should be doing more now is how to make sure that the country can dissolve and there will not be bloodshed. It has been done before in this world. Soviet Union breakaway, there was nothing like a firing of anybody. But Yugoslavia thought that, hey, I will not allow the country to break up. Milosevic eventually died. A bitter man. And gbàdúrà fún yín, Baba. Gbàdúrà kú fún yín, even though we know the northerners want to kill you. But if you come and say, Koiki, shut up. Shut up. We will protect Nigeria because the interest of Nigeria is for everybody. It will go better for you. You know, go better for you. The interest of Nigeria is no longer for Yoruba people. It can be for you and your children and your cronies and your criminal network. But the Shagori, it is not in the interest of us, the Yoruba people, anymore. The Yoruba people are tired of Nigeria. We want to have our own independent, autonomous country. And don't come and tell me, Koiki, who's going to be your prime minister? It will go better for you. The last prime minister was under 44 years old, Rishi Sunak. The new one is 52 years old, I believe, if I'm right with my age. Sorry, about me check it. How old is the new prime minister of UK? Sir Keir Starmer. But the last one, I am older than Rishi Sunak. You can be our president when we have Yoruba nation. You can go and represent us. I don't need Benga Daniel, all these bastard governors that have taken. I don't need Oshoba. You where you they watch me. You can represent us. You can be our ambassador. So Sofun Bola Tinubu, the sun is coming out, the energy. What we expect him to be doing more right now, calling all the emirs, calling the kings, the OB, first call them together in a secret room and tell them that, look, this country is no longer viable and we don't want another civil war. I will break it up, but I want your support. Some of them will not give you the support. Even some of our kings might not want that, but call every one of them. Yes. I think the PM is 52. Thank you so much, Babami Moses Olanero. Keep the comments going and just share the button. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything to share. And thumbs up. 125 watching me, only 26 people have thumbs up. Not good enough. Doing our best. If Tinubu then do that, Sultan of Sokoto might be saying, let me go and consult Saudi Arabia. Tell him to fuck off. Oh, no, where are you heading to? Oh, okay. So you take yours with you then?
Yeah, because I don't use weights. I specialize in calisthenics.
Okay.
So, like, for example, my mum would come out screaming, but I can do a handstand on here.
No, don't do that yet. Oh, okay. And they allow that, they allow you to take that in?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't go to gym, so I wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah, no gym can stop me from doing that.
No, I'm thinking because of the insurance and the health and safety. You know how these things work, you know, when you...
Yeah. But for that sort of stuff, that's more so if one of them was training you on this and you got hurt, then you can...
Okay, but since you are the one...
Maybe it's because myself.
You're responsible for that?
Yeah, for myself, yeah.
All right then. How's the boy?
Yeah, he's here, man. He's all right. Yeah, I have him on weekends. So
all right then. All right, take care.
Thank you.
Ìlú ìní yẹn òun ló gbọ́mọ dání sọ́wọ́ fún week. Maybe yeah. I'll think about it. You know, sometimes shit goes around. Moki Okoya Folayan or what you sit together, so we don't make money weekend. That's the way it goes. You know, look, you and your wife, things don't go up together. You don't need to kill each other. You know, Harry, you know him Bonnie. Say I have the child for the weekend. After today, now you return it back to the mother, and it goes like that. Adeyinka grandson is still here. I think from the last time I heard from him, you know, in some of his after his release, he's also not really pleased with the way Tinubu is going right now. I know he's a very bitter guy right now because he did endorse Tinubu. Most of them endorsed Tinubu, but there is still people that believe that Tinubu will make some kind of effort. But my concern is that it's taking too long. We don't need Tinubu to come back the second time and break away Nigeria. Let Tinubu call all the royal fathers, and I'm talking about every one of them, from the north, the middle belt, the southeast, the southwest. These are the first people he needs to consult with because these are the people that controls and owns that territory according to the way we are meant to be. The whole of this country is under King Charles. The whole of this country, I beg King Charles Lowa. Whether you buy your house here, all these are people that buy houses here, it doesn't belong to you. So, Adeyinka grandson, I hope that one time he will come back out and, you know, start almost getting hungry and anger more because Tinubu is probably not going to do what they want. But we are hoping that Tinubu will do the needful, call the Obas, bring them together, and tell them that the way Nigeria is right now, it is just not going to work. Is Tinubu going to do it? Is a weaker element? I don't know. If Tinubu fails to do that, then all our kings within our own territory, as they are doing right now, continue to come together in one uniform. Engagement. Look, engagement does not mean that we will not get to where we are going. It might take some time, but we want a truthful engagement from them. We want them to continue to engage each other and travel around and tell us that Koiki, we are engaging Ambarawa Soro. The king from Ondo State will go to Ogun State. They will have their meeting. And they will then push that back again to Tinubu and say, look, Mr. President, for the interest of everybody, let us allow Nigeria to dissolve. But you know where the problem is going to be? The Europeans, the Westerners. Oh yes, Adenika's grandson is out of the prison. He's out at the moment. So they are not going to want that. And you know why? Because Paris TV, good morning. If I haven't mentioned your name, bear with me, because I might probably not have spotted. Tinubu will probably get more less support from the West. America seems to be concerned that if Nigeria breaks up, there will be different warlord. That's what I am getting from those that are closer to the American government. But if, let's allow this helicopter, I think it could be private and it could be the security, I don't know. It's done already. Tinubu will not get the support from the West for the breakup of Nigeria. No, they're not going to support him. He will get less support from the West. But what he can do, let me put this one in. What he can eventually do is to say to the West, do you want another civil war in Nigeria? Do you want another civil war? Why are you asking me, where are you? Kini ẹni ṣe pẹ̀lú nǹkan tá à ń sọ níbí báyìí? Ta lélẹ̀ mo lélẹ̀ ti wá. Bá tún béèrè nonsense question máa gbẹ́ ìdànù. What do you mean, where are you? Kini kan pẹ̀lú ibi tí mo wà. Tinubu eventually, mo ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà, yẹn dànù kó kọ̀ só máa tún padà wá náà ni. Wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí YouTube. Wọ́n máa fi tí wọ́n disturb wa, mo ti yọ dànù. Tinubu kò ní get support from the West. I don't think so. They're not going to give him the support. Multi-block any, yeah, I blocked the person already. But what we expect Tinubu is to be firm and say to them, look, for the sake of humanity, we know that these Europeans care less about humanity. Not all of them, because we're all seeing what is happening right now across the globe. Sudan is in a real trouble, just like other countries around the world. But if Tinubu can get the support from the royal fathers, the Northerners might not want Nigeria to break. The North. But the Obis, the Middle Belt, and the Yoruba Obas will want Nigeria to dissolve. That's the question again. Can the West handle another civil war, especially in Nigeria? So Tinubu must argue with them that, yes, the way things are right now, we cannot fix it. Let everybody go their separate ways, and then let them have a new ties with each of you as a country. So we will have a Yoruba ambassador in Canada. We will have a Biafra ambassador in Canada. We will have Arewa ambassador in Canada, Ijo. The world is big enough to contain every one of us. It will be a new diplomatic ties. If this is not done as soon as possible, the way things are right now, then we will go into more crises that will lead to those countries not even enjoying anything in Nigeria for at least maximum of 3 years. Because if any war breaks now in Nigeria, it will last nothing less than 3 years plus. Some of you need to understand that. Afeto ọdún mẹ́ta katoroju chu gbogbo tó tún máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Afeto ọdún mẹ́ta. So Tinubu himself needs to be firm and say to the West, call I believe maybe he's slowing down now to know what happened with the election of America. Now that he knows that there's a new government in UK, let him start having diplomatic dialogue behind the curtains with Britain, because Britain is the main obstacle. But Tinubu can also be very smart. Let him put Oni of Ife as our negotiator, and let Oni have a meeting with King Charles. That can make a decision. Pam! Let Oni of Ife call for a meeting with Prince Charles. Knows him. Prince Charles have traveled to Nigeria in the past. We saw the way they sat them. Oni there, Sultan of Sokoto there, Obi there. Oni can then say to Prince Charles, I don't know how he's going to call his name, because they are all the same status. Oni is the same status but King Charles. So don't come and tell me King Charles' status is bigger than Oni of Ife. No, I will not accept that nonsense from you. But I don't know. So when they come together, yes, the reason why I call Oni, yes, Oni is a Tinubu's boy, because Oni can go on behalf of Tinubu straight to Prince Charles. I keep saying King Charles, and avoid all protocol. King Charles, they have to facilitate that meeting, even in secret, without coming to the public consumption. And then King Charles and Oni of Ife, or Jaja II, they can come together and sit down. And Oni can then say to King Charles, we the Yorubas, we can assure you that we will still have cordial relationship with Britain after the breakup of Nigeria. Because it seems that Britain is concerned and worried that if Yoruba breaks away from Nigeria, our relationship with them might be gradually declining and go to another area. I understand. But Oni can guarantee King Charles that when the Yoruba becomes an independent country today, our first tie will still remain with you as a country. And you know what will then happen? Oni return back to Nigeria and call all the kings, whether not small, not big, invite every one of them and deliver his message back. Let's leave whether Oni is compromised or not. We're talking about how to resolve the problem with the war. I am just giving options on the table. Does not mean that what I'm saying is going to be done or not. But we just have to look at, because Oni has access. I don't have access to King Charles. If I say I want to see King Charles now, they'll say, fuck off. Who are you that want to see King Charles? But when we go on the M1, King Charles will eventually want to talk to me. It is when there is crisis that they will come and engage you. But for now, because we want to continue a kind of an engagement, whether Oni is compromised, whether not Tinubu, I want us to listen. Let me put it in a way that a constructive argument or a constructive discussion. Because the Yoruba people that are told money, but it seems that you guys are pushing for war, but they forgot that there's war already, because in Ondo State yesterday, we had the attack. I don't know whether anybody was killed, but they are thorough. The Oni of Ife, the Ojaja II, can have a discussion about the Yoruba nation with King Charles, subject to if Tinubu thinks that the North might not want to listen to him, he can then use Oni to speak to. But we know that behind the scene, Sultan of Sokoto also has a button outside. These people are very powerful. And Oni, the date here on Niba Sokwe announcement Yoruba nation jáde nínú Nigeria, that is the final straw. Somebody asked, do you know if Oni wants one Nigeria? So, Mokiyame Awoni Igrama, and this is where things become interesting. Does Oni of Ife want one? I am not in the palace to know that. I don't know what Oni wants. But I believe that Oni should not want one Nigeria anymore. Oni should now be looking to what the children, what we are saying to him. But like I said, all these are still all kind of different discussions. Bear with us, we are having, technical glitch. A very good morning and welcome to the transmission. This program is just 1 hour because I got to get back inside, and I've done 56 minutes already, so I've done more than enough for now. We might still come back out. We see how it goes. So in the case that we do not want things to go very, very rough, what we should be saying is make that effort, the push, whether Ooni of Ife wants one Nigeria or not. This is where we would then have to say to Ooni of Ife, our of one Nigeria, of our Nigeria. How do we do that? With more engagement and with more push from telling our system that we do not want one Nigeria anymore. This will never happen. Why should Britain negotiate what are securely getting free at the moment? Tinubu himself is a maturing candidate. A maturing candidate don't stand up to the Lord. I mean, like I said, these are all just options on the table. Whether this option works or not is subject to how things are. I am just putting it out there. I am not saying that this is, look, people will say, Koiki, country. How are you going to get this country? We're talking about the country that has money. Look, whether they tell you not or not, Nigeria still have enough money to fight us. We don't have the money to fight. We don't have the money. The politicians have so much money with their hands. So what we are doing is that let's throw everything into, oh, what have I done there? Okay, because we lost that event. Let's throw everything into it. Everything that we can think of. Rally alone will not get a Yoruba nation for you. So if anybody tell you, hey, go and be doing rally, Yoruba nation, no going back, Yoruba nation forever, that is not going to give you. That's just creating what we call awareness, creating a kind of an awareness. Dialogue is part of the engagement. Negotiation is part, but we are not negotiating to put our people and our own territory in another danger like it was done. We don't want to go and negotiate and say, okay, give us Yoruba nation after 100 years. We come back again and discuss whether we still want Yoruba nation. No. You can't go and negotiate that nonsense again. But we can make effort by pushing our own royal fathers, pushing them, telling them that Baba, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà yìí bó ṣe ń lọ yìí kò mo kí brother mi gbàjà mi Ọlọ́run ó mà tó jọ́ mẹ́ta mo rí rárá. We don't want Nigeria anymore. They might say, Baba Kitoye, sọ fáwọn ọmọ yẹn kó ṣe sùúrù. No, a ti ṣe sùúrù now. Ẹ má tún ní ká ṣe sùúrù mọ́. Ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ wá bá Baba Kitoye sọ̀rọ̀. Kí Baba Kitoye lè mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ ẹ wà pẹ̀lú wa. We've started seeing the effort of some of our fathers. And don't say you have not. Some of them have started taking the step. They might not have done so 3 years ago. But right now, the steps of our royal fathers indicated that they understood us better, because maybe they were thinking that we wanted to perform a coup. No. But our royal fathers can do more. If all these fail, cannot talk to King Charles. The calabash must be broken. And that means that we prepare for the worst case scenarios. If all these are said, diplomacy failed, negotiation failed, even some might say, but even that calabash that you will break might still fail, but there will not be anything called Nigeria anymore. Because right now, where we are, using all these, whatever the phone they're called, I don't know anymore. All these fail. Commenting. If all this fails, what we are leading to will be much more problem if we are not allowed to dissolve the country. Because what I wanted to say is that we have at least 3. The Ijaws want to break away from Nigeria. We've seen that already. They might not be in large proportion like us, but they want to go. The Biafrans are very, very determined, determined to exit Nigeria. And you cannot force them to remain in Nigeria. It will just create more problem. The Yorubas want to go. The 3 major ethnic groups in Nigeria today, I want to get the major ones. Ìkan wá sọ pé wọn ti ready. So, ṣé a gbọ́dọ̀ dúró de North when they are ready before we dissolve Nigeria? Is another question I want you to take home. Should we wait for the Northerners when they are ready? Then we will all make a decision to go. Or should we tell them that if you don't want to go, our airspace will be different from theirs. There's a water that have divided every one of us. The bridges, all we need to do is enforce more patrol. It will become a real borders that before you drive through Yoruba land, you will go through immigration. You can drive from London all the way into Germany, but you will encounter as you go what they call a controlled borders. You will not get paper. You can never just travel like that. But those that have British passport, they don't have to go on the air. If they go on the air, they go through immigration control. Does not mean that they need a visa. They just want to confirm that you are Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI, British passport, you're welcome, enjoy your stay, back up. But you, as a Nigerian in UK, you might need a visa if you don't have a British passport. So what we are saying is that already, what defines a country? Triple DRSA, we have been patient enough for 14 years that the amalgamation expired. They should have started the talk, what next should be. But because some of us also did not quickly understood that saving Nigeria was not the right now, every single one of us have now understood better that it is not about a country for election anymore. Everybody is debating and discussing the exit. And by commenting, messaging him on Instagram. No, where it is, there's always the territory. The Yoruba territory is completely different from the Northern territory. That shows that the Yoruba country we are asking for is not in Kano, is not in Kaduna, is what I'm saying, does it make sense? The Yoruba country that I'm asking for, am I asking for it for those in Kano? I'm talking about the land. No. The Yoruba country that we're asking for are for the Yoruba people that are living in that geographical area known as Nigeria today in the southwest, from Kwara State to Kogi State to Ekiti State, Osun State, Ondo State, Oyo State, Lagos State, Ogun State. That's number one. Do we speak the same language? Yes. According to the United Nations, if in the territory, let me repeat that again. Bishop Additional, very good morning to you. The territory that we're talking about, I am not saying Yoruba people, we are going to Kano, which is right there. I'm just using this as an expression. This is not a map. Let's go to Kano and proclaim a Yoruba nation in Kano. Take that territory. That becomes what we call invasion. That is not what we are doing. I have not asked anybody to go to Zaria and claim Zaria as a Yoruba country. Very stupid of us. What I'm asking, Kogi State, Ondo State, Ekiti State, Osun State, Lagos State, Ogun State. That is what the world first needs to know. That is clearly defined, whether in the map that we are using today or the one that has been kept that we never saw. The next thing is the people. Are the people speaking the same language? Within the territory that I've mentioned, the majority of the people there speaks Yoruba. Whether the Yoruba is now Yoruba Ekiti, Yoruba Ijebu, that is not the interest of the international community. Are speaking the same languages? Yes. Do we have the same culture? My culture is different from the Igbos. My culture is different from the Hausas. We in that territory, first and foremost, the water has divided us. The River Niger specifically told us that is the indicator that we have the right to Yoruba country. If anybody, the Ninas project was just another project that did not work, and we've moved away from that. Person asking what happened to the Ninas project. Like I said, the Ninas are still pushing. What we are pushing for is a full self-determination. We have the right to partner with anybody if they think that what they are doing can work. Ninas want Nigerian constitution to be put down. So now, after 8 years of Buhari, the constitution is still used. This constitution was used since Obasanjo, and Tinubu is still using that constitution. Ninas believe that if you put down that constitution that would then come back as a new one would have what they called the right to self-determination. But don't expect that to happen, because the majority of those in the National Assembly are the Northerners. They will not want. I did ask the question 2 days or 3 days ago, can Tinubu pull down the constitution? And a lot of people said no, it will need the National Assembly. Who are those in the National Assembly? These are people, the Northerners, to the National Assembly, and they do not want such. So the last is everybody must prepare for whatever would emerge out of Nigeria. What do I mean by that? Crisis, anarchy, prayers, another war, and then whatever you think. But one day, everybody will get the message that Nigeria was never for us. As long as you get that, you make our life easy, because we become bigger numbers. Constitution, and how will it fix Nigeria without full constitution? Thank you so much, Mr. Niyi 76. Good morning and happy Sunday. And on that note, Yoruba Nation for Life, all hail Biafra, and Bazonia continue to give their Cameroon side to Biafra and the federal government. They might not tell you there's a lot of fighting going on in that part of the world, in that region, but I think it will become increased later on. The Niger Delta boys are there as well. They don't want Nigeria to break. They're still enjoying the oil bunkering they are doing. But one thing is, Yoruba people, Elomurasile, when the time not deliver Yoruba Nation, if we do not push harder. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́kẹ́ ká máa lépa, tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire tó dára, ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. This is just like